Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is handmadeinvermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Twist Basket Mini Pendant. This is the 18232-0. So let's get into a lot of details on this, and the important thing is a lot of important things, but I think the most important thing is really the size of lots of these parts. So the actual twist part on this, the metal part before you get to the glass on the bottom or the rod going up, is 11.5. That piece of glass is 5.5 inches tall, which kind of makes the distance from the bottom of the glass to the top of the twist basket about 16 inches. And then they actually have a rod that's part of that equation, so that's going to take you a little higher than that. So all that means is you're going to have an overall height adjustable range of 27.6 at its shortest or 72.6 at its longest. If you need this to be shorter than the short, so let's say you need this to be shorter than 27.6 or longer than 72.6, drop me a quick email and tell me what you're looking for. Solid number. So you're going to say you're looking for 79 or 104 or something like that. I'm going to take your email, I'm going to shoot it over to the customs department at Hubbardton Forge, where it's going to come back to us with information. It's a little more time and money, but we do customs every day. So this is going to be using Hubbardton Forge's rod system, where you have these connectors and you also have threaded pieces, and there's actually a connector in here too, and it all kind of just screws together quite easily, beautifully actually, and it makes a nice seamless look. A little trick when you're putting this together is put down a towel on a table or on a counter and basically feed the wire through the pieces one at a time, and that's just an easy way to do it. And then once the wire's all the way through, then you just screw them together, get them all assembled. We'll talk about that in a second because that's in the installations instructions. So, but anyway, so you're going to have all of these different parts, and you're going to have 3 pieces of the 12-inch. You're going to have one of the 6 and one of the 3, and how you put them together is how you put them together to get you where you want to go. The canopy up in the ceiling that's going over your 4-inch junction box, that's coming in at 5 inches, so that's going to be this piece here. There's a knuckle at the very top of this kind of hiding. It's allowing this to be slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. Look at that, right? Just like that. Come straight down. Here's your 45 slope. So this will take care of any of you guys who have a 45 or less than that as far as your slope ceiling goes. Cathedral ceilings are like that. Okay? A couple more things. Let's talk about the installations instructions I touched on a second ago. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down. It's going to be a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So it's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how all these things go together easily. It's going to show you that this is going to be using a medium base socket, and a medium base socket is the nice big one that we all used when we were growing up. This is your medium base porcelain socket. You can use a variety of bulbs in this. So the max wattage for incandescent is going to be 100 watts, and that's because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb. This is an A19. This is an A15. See the difference in the sizes? So the recommended bulb basically is probably going to be an A19, which gives you more light anyway. And these are both LEDs. This one's a phosphorus LED, and it's got little strips inside, which you can see. This one is just a regular LED with a plastic cover on it. These come in glass too. Like I said before, the only regulation as far as LEDs go for this, there's no max. It's what can I get into that piece of glass, and the piece of glass is pretty big. So I would go for an A19 to start off with, and you can find these up to 100 watt equivalent at your local hardware store. You can also choose the color temperature, don't forget. 2700 Kelvin, super warm. I think it's harder to find that 2700 Kelvin more and more out in the marketplace. The norm for a warm white LED is 3000 Kelvin, and that's actually what I have here. So 3000 Kelvin on my hands, so you can see it's a nice warm light. If you like that bluer hospital light, that's called daylight, and that's 4000, 5000 Kelvin. So be careful when you're looking at bulbs. People think daylight is super warm, and it's not. It's pretty cold. It's also a dimmable fixture. If you're going to be using this with a dimmer and dimmable LEDs, make sure you tell your installer about that so they put the correct switch on the wall for you. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces, and it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, handmadeinvermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from handmadeinvermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@handmadeinvermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.